Ganesh, a quick one to you. I know we work with Gramener, we have an association as a partnership, but you provide data science consulting as well as you build products, right? So, as an organization, can you surface the cultural aspects? At the end of the day, while I'm asking about culture repeatedly, but the fact of the matter is, as it's a long journey, right? How have you gone about institutionalizing that internally at Gramener? And I know you've been very successful on the ground as a services firm. So what's your journey there?
Sure, yeah. And that's a great question, Sandeep. If I look back at our 10 years journey, there are 4 elements which I see as critical for institutionalizing a culture of data, thinking with data and analytics. Number 1 is, like I mentioned earlier, storytelling, the vision with which the leadership has to lead from the front. So we have explained the relevance of analytics and whether it is machine learning, AI or storytelling, internally talking about the importance of it for our clients and how it creates an impact and how it gives the business benefits. And also incentivizing our team internally. Right? When we talk about this is the vision, this is where we are heading towards, we need to put in place certain structures, processes, and incentivization. The second aspect is organization structure and governance aspects. We have set up competencies for each of these areas. We have domain competencies, we have the analytics and storytelling competencies, and we also have innovation labs because this field is very fastly evolving. So we have the AI and story labs internally for us to experiment and do it internally in terms of building pilots, find out where we can apply it to for business applications. So we have had clear competencies and a specific way in which we hand over, like who owns and drives these initiatives. The ownership has always been with the client-facing teams. And that's one mistake a lot of organizations do. It is technology-driven. I think Ravi spoke about it as well. When it is driven by business teams based on client needs, it can be very successful. The entire team rallies around the client-facing leader. So that's the second aspect in terms of setting the right governance and structure. The third one is processes. How does a handover happen? How does it move top to bottom and across the teams? So having a very robust process is needed for scaling and to be able to serve hundreds of clients. The final aspect is the incentivization. How do you actually make people move ahead? And there's a lot of inertia when it comes to change. So for that, there has to be both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. One is in terms of incentivizing the sales team to sell more advanced analytics projects. So that there's a clear sales incentive. And also intrinsic, where showing people why data is cool and how their work is impacting the clients. And also running internal hackathons. So we have a lot of fun events and internal events where we use data to tell stories. And our support teams communicate with our employees in the form of stories. So it's not the regular emails. So they have comics and stories to tell that this is what happened. So much percentage of appraisals have been completed and so many you need to take up and complete by this time. So it's all data, insights, and story driven internally. That's when the team is able to internalize it and is able to take it to their clients as well. So to summarize, 4 aspects. One is leadership to storytell and paint the vision where we need to go and why it is important for us. Second is governance and org structure to make sure that there is all of these competencies and it is driven with a business focus. And third is the process aspect in terms of making sure that it scales. And finally, the incentivization aspect to make sure that the people are motivated and do it because they really want to. And that has been key for how we have moved ahead and how we are able to take it to our clients.